Yep.
people, and that was
Basically
really
freaks.
evident. This was really evident in this story for not to be. This is something called glow ups, which is basically people who used to be part of a conservative household, and then after they leave, they suddenly become their true selves. But look at how they actually become. Go ahead and take it away, Stephen.
So, the pain and torment of growing up in a conservative household,
Ah, horrible.
Judeo-Christian values, two parents, personal responsibility. Please make it stop.
Oh God, no.
It turns out that when you grow up in a nice conservative household and want to make it stop, you automatically turn into a woke blue-haired tranny. Who knew? TikTokers, desperate for love from strangers from the internet, shared what they think to be glow-ups after leaving their awful conservative household. Some of it may shock you.
Yeah, like some of these are brutal. So like,
Yeah.
actually, no, they have it on the story. Like if you actually go
Well,
back
but
to
this is
the
a bigger picture.
no, they have them better on the other one.
I guess they're
Yeah.
about the same, yeah.
No, go down. They have one by one.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the original girl. This is Cherry Emoji Girl or Cherry
Cherry
Emoji Girl.
emoji girl.
Okay, you see her there with her mom in Disneyland,
Yep.
looking fairly
Reasonably
fairly
nice.
regular, right? Then
Yep.
you have her in her cheerleading outfit, and then you have the like she
Yeah.
went from a girl who's actually like looks like not nothing out of like just she's actually like fairly like nice looking
Yep.
girl, looking like legitimately bizarre.
Yeah.
Like a clown show kind of person. Still looks nice, but I think that's
Not
because
as
underneath,
nice.
no. But like she keeps scrolling
And
down.
she's definitely the more tame.
Yes, she's the more tame. But then you keep scrolling down and you see the
Yeah.
like the
And
other
then it
people. So
gets
this
really what's this? Typical rainbow, I'm just so funky and cool look. So
she went
graduating
from
from the University of Notre Dame
yep
to basically short hair lesbian.
yep. That's basically the image I got with like jogging pants.
Yeah.
This girl who's super shy, like she's basically like Violet from The
Yeah.
Incredibles,
Mm-hmm.
to wearing completely over the top.
Massive rainbow wigs.
Uh huh. This one wasn't too bad.
And then
This one was really bad. Like, look at this
yeah.
girl.
Yeah, things definitely went the wrong way.
Like, straight to like blue hair, tattoos everywhere. This one was bizarre,
Oh yeah, it's a guy
right?
to a still a guy but with white hair and earrings.
Looks like the guy from the Matrix, the
Yeah.
those weird German guys.
Yeah, and then yeah,
What
that's
the
my
heck?
reaction too.
This one was really off.
And then full trans non-binary make believe,
Mm-hmm.
which I think that he's pretending to be a girl,
Definitely
but with a beard.
Definitely with the beard.
Girl pretending to be a boy. Yeah,
With
that's
the crazy neck tattoos and all
yep.
this. Mm-hmm. And then you have
Girl
like,
also pretending to be a boy. Terrible,
yep.
terrible look. Terrible look.
Yeah, and then you could see the resemblance, right?
Yeah.
Same with this one. This one was
Oh,
really
they just
sad.
keep. Oh yeah. This
Yeah,
one. These two are sad.
Yeah.
Like really decent looking girls, and then they just look terrible as pretend boys.
Yeah.
This one looks awful.
Yeah, went completely the opposite way and all that. See, this is what this is why there's I think there was it must have been a Babylon Bee or a Freedom Tunes cartoon where like it was like their kid came back from like university for Thanksgiving and starts freaking out and all that, and pretty soon after freaking out enough, he turns into like a like the turkey or something like that or something. But this is a real legitimate concern for parents everywhere. Your kids go either to schools like high schools or elementary schools, or especially they go to university and they come back home and they hate you.
They are brainwashed puppets.
They're absolutely destroyed. And so this is what the woke culture does to these kids. It convinces them that they are like the ultimate victims, that they can be good people if they will adopt this. Like it's a cult. And unfortunately it eats them up and chews them out and creates absolutely very distorted people. And this was super evident in the story from the Daily Mail about this drag show, which I hate to say it, these drag shows are becoming worse and worse.
And more
So,
common.
yes.
So, child drag show sparks clashes between armed left and right wing protesters outside Oregon pub named after Satan.
Yeah, that's gotta be good.
Okay. As
Hmm.
it's revealed, one of the 11-year-old performer's drag moms is a suspected pedophile. So, child performer Vanellope McPherson DuPont's act was ditched at the last minute. It has since emerged that one of Vanellope's drag moms is a suspected pedophile. Kelsey Metaborin is in custody facing charges of 3 child sex offenses.
Oh boy.
So, some demonstrators on both sides of the roughly 200 strong standoff were armed. Despite the chaotic scene, events still went ahead, although the child performer, whose stage name is Vanellope McPherson DuPont, reportedly did not take to the stage as planned. And since emerged, the woman who claimed to be, yeah, the wicked shall be cast over into
Cast into
hell,
hell and
all the nations that
the
forget
nations
God.
that forget God. Yeah,
Okay.
something like that. It's a very
The
religious
corruption
sign.
of innocence is never accepted. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, did you watch any of the Nashville, Tennessee event?
I watched a little bit. Like they obviously had like um, they obviously had the what do you call it? The protesters out there in the background, but they never really showed them. But yeah, no, it was really good. It was good to see them kind of make that whole thing work and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, so here's one thing I think we should point out. Go scroll down to the picture of the girl. Well, I don't even know if this is a girl or a boy. I probably a boy actually
Well,
dressing
if
up like
it's
a
a
boy.
drag queen, then it is a boy.
It's a boy. Okay, so this is a boy dressed up like a drag queen. So here's the question. Okay, now I'll post this to you, and maybe to our audience too. Like maybe you guys can decide and comment
Mm-hmm.
what you think. How is this not the same as those? What are those pageants? Those like
Oh,
beauty
like
pageants,
the beauty
like
pageant for like
little girls,
preteens
like
or little
yeah,
girls,
yeah,
like
those kind of
basically
pageants.
Tori's age.
Yes, I've heard people make that comparison. Stephen, can you tell us why? Like, are these morally equivalent?
Well, I'm not defending beauty pageant for kids,
Okay,
but this is worse
okay. Why
because
is it worse?
the beauty pageant for the young girls
Hmm.
is moving them and putting them in outfits and in makeup and having them perform before they're really ready to do it
Hmm.
and emotionally mature to handle the pressure and the stress, and it's sexualizing them too early.
Yeah.
But it's not sexualized, it's not hyper aggrandizing their sexuality.
Hmm.
Mostly it's just like, okay, well, you're going to wear a tutu and you're going to have a little ballerina dance that you're going to do.
Yeah.
There's no
Okay.
sexual content. It's really just, okay, how pretty and dolled up can we make them?
Yeah.
This, by comparison, is also trying to make them quote unquote pretty and dolled up, but it's also going directly into hypersexualization
Hmm.
because these kids often will do the types of dances in which they will get paid in dollar bills like they are strippers.
They're basically like cuties.
Yes, they are like
Yeah.
cuties. And
Hmm.
they are dancing in very seductive ways. The
Hmm.
entire show is about rampant sexualization of children.
Yep.
So
I remember.
I'm not condoning either, but
Yeah.
this is 10 times worse.
Yeah. I remember years ago when I used to work in childcare. We had like a talent show or something like that. Like and the kids could do whatever they want. They wanted to do they type music or do like Arabic guitar or something like that. But there was these. I heard from my friend because they never went through with it, but she was kind of like doing a drive run with them beforehand, and it turned out that these I think it was 3 girls wanted to do kind of like this like Beyonce style, very sexualized dance, and she was like, "Nope, not happening, not gonna happen, not doing it, done, sorry." And they were upset, but like it was like, no, we're not doing that. We're not gonna give you the ability to go up there and twerk in front of like kids and parents. And I was
Oh,
like,
and
no, it's not
this
gonna
is the
happen.
pedophile suspect. Yes,
Yeah.
they're totally not a pedophile.
No, they don't look like a pedophile. They don't look creepy at all.
They just look exceptionally demonic, and it's just like, I desire children.
Well, this is the deep dark secret that the LGBT kind of community like always wants to completely avoid. which is the pedophile problem
Yeah.
within the community. Obviously, it's kind of like with like Black Lives Matter. One of the biggest elephants in the room that they always want to avoid is why do Black Americans commit so much more of the crime disproportionately outside of their demographics. That's what they want to avoid. What the dark secret of the LGBT community is that there is, for the amount of people in that community, there is an extraordinarily large amount
Of
of pedophiles
pedophiles.
in that community, and we've covered this over a couple
Danny,
of years.
we have to be politically correct. We refer to them as minor attracted persons
Called
because we
groomers.
have to be wary of their feelings while they're violating children sexually.
Totally groomers.
Okay, groomer.
Okay, groomer. Now the thing with these people though is that okay, so it's basically no different than a strip show. It's a strip show with clothes on. That's really what it is. Like they've had kids on poles, right? Like the dancing poles. They try to make it sound like, oh, that's just like nothing. I'm like, no. That is a stripper pole. You should not have a kid even touching that thing, much less dancing on it. But that doesn't. It's the same for whether
Sanitize.
it's the same for whether or not you're like the kids are performing or the adults are performing, because we have seen some drag show performers that the kind of things that they do are even too graphic for any kind of like regular person. Did you see that mom, Stephen, that went up and she's like, you can't just add family friendly as a magic sticker that makes everything
It
okay.
makes everything okay because it's not.
Yeah. That's what they do. They take this magical like sticker called the family friendly, stick it on the most perverted thing possible, and like, oh, it's all good now. So like it was a great speech. I wish we could have covered it, but it was good to cover. But yeah, this is what's happening. It's getting worse. They're getting more brazen. The fact that there are people there with guns shows how much these people hate
Yep.
any kind of opposition. It's really sad. So, anyways, take us in. It gets worse, by the way.
It gets worse. Well, there's more incidents with guns.
Yeah.
But this time the guns are actually being held by the good people.
Oh.